Hey, this is Zach with Use What You Got. Today I'm joined by Randy at Dulin Cut Trim. He's been nice enough to stop by and record a couple videos with me. And today we are going to learn about how you started your business, how you got into landscaping. And then also, he has really tied in his YouTube channel into that as well, since that's what I do. And I'm just kind of curious to hear how those two kind of go hand in hand, and if you can share your experience with us.
So what you might end up having to do with this video, Zach, is you might end up having like the 15-minute version and then the 2-hour unedited version that people can click the link if they want to see it. I actually started cutting grass with my father when I was a kid. I remember when I was 5 years old, he took me out working with him. And my job was, he gave me a pair of scissors, and I needed to go back through the yard. And if he missed any clippings, I could cut those with the scissors, just to give me something to do. And then my pay was we would go to Kitty City at the end of the workday, and I got to pick out a G.I. Joe. So that was kind of my introduction. By the time I was 7, I was making $1 an hour, and I was actually running a commercial walk-behind mower, a 36-inch belt drive. Actually, the exact same model mower that I started my business with later when I got older. But fast forwarding, I ended up getting a degree in child development and went to work for the government as a foster care worker, which was a great job, loved it, thought I was going to retire doing that, but it didn't pay very much. But my mother, this would be in 2015, said, hey, have you ever thought about just mowing some lawns on the side? And I said, well, no, hadn't thought about it at all. And she was like, well, you know, maybe do it, but don't do it full time. Just, you know, something part time. I was like, well, I'll look into it. And so, you know, went through that first full season and made $10,000 over the course of the season, which I thought was amazing. But over the course of that year, I actually bumped into Nick Carlson. For those of you that don't know him from church or mutual friends, Nick Carlson is now the inventor of the mulch mate, which you can find videos all over YouTube about. And so he and I actually met the weekend of Thanksgiving. We ended up meeting for 3 hours, and he just literally took apart every aspect of my business, from the design of my business cards to the way I handled contracts to the how I mowed lawns and equipment purchases. He just tore everything apart and explained how he would do it and how he could do it better. And starting that day, I don't know what it was about that conversation that flipped the switch, but starting that day, I decided I wanted to go into business for myself. And so what I did was I started marketing, but I didn't have any money to market. So back then, Craigslist was very spammable. So what I did was I created a really, really, really good ad on Craigslist. And back then, you could do 3 ads per day per email account.
How many email accounts did you have?
7 or 8. And by the time I was done, at any time, there was 250 lawn care ads on the Annapolis Craigslist section, and 160 of them were mine. And I was able to grow like the revenue for the business by focusing on trying to be more efficient and do things as quickly as possible so I could do as many yards as possible. In 2022, I averaged 20 to 23 yards per day by myself. And that's just a normal day, home by 4. So kept focusing on that, but also pretty early on, started making videos on YouTube. Nick Carlson had invested a lot into me, like in mentoring and teaching me, and I didn't have anybody specifically to pass that on to, but I wanted to. So I was like, well, let me just give away. Nick just gave all his information to me for free, didn't ask for anything back. So I was like, well, maybe I can try and do the same thing on YouTube, which is where you can find like literally anything about lawn care. I'll answer to the best of my knowledge. I provide all my pricing information. You can find out exactly how I price lawns by looking up on YouTube. Actually, it's one of the first, like at least right now, it's one of the first videos that pops up if you type in like how to price lawn care. At this point, the amount of money I make mowing lawns, I can't imagine anybody being willing to pay me to do anything. You know, I mean, it's ridiculous how much money I get paid just to cut grass, because teenagers can do this. You know. But yeah, no, I'll keep doing this because I like the flexibility it gives me. I'm at every single one of my son's school meetings. I'm at every doctor's appointment. If there's anything special going on, or if my wife's not feeling well or something.
Well, anything that you might be curious about that Randy did not mention, I'll leave a link to his YouTube channel in the description, and you can definitely check him out. I would highly encourage you to check out his channel. But anyways, thank you again for coming over. I appreciate your time and doing a couple videos for you. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you have any comments for him, leave it down below, and I will make sure he sees it. So thank you. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and have a good one.